All right, Mr. Delk. Let me just start off by saying what's your occupation and job title?
Teacher.
Teacher. All right. What made you become interested in this type of work?
My wife is a teacher.
She was teaching. You just had a big influence on what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I guess that's why you chose the career as well, just because your wife was a teacher as well.
Right.
Yeah. What kind of education or major or training did you need for this job?
Well, I went to school for a degree in statistics, and was working in insurance, and then got into education. So I got emergency certified through Spalding. You have to have at least a master's degree within 5 years.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So you didn't actually major in education.
No.
All right. Cool. And it was math always a subject that you excelled in, that you kind of knew that you do good teaching at?
More so than English, yeah.
Yeah. What personality traits are important to this kind of job?
3 things: patience, and patience.
Yeah. That's understandable. How many hours do you work in a typical work week?
I'd say your first year you put in a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of hours.
Because there's a lot of background work that you don't see.
Because you're building from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
As you teach longer and longer, you've got the material, you know what you need to be doing. So I'd say you probably put in about 50 hours a week.
And what I've heard with teaching is there's a 1 through 9 year kind of probationary period.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the 10 years, you're kind of grandfathered into that school.
4 years in your tenure.
4 years of your tenure? Okay.
4 years in your tenure.
All right. What kind of things are required of you as this job, aside from like obviously doing the teaching aspect?
There's always the professional development hours you have to have. I believe it's 24 outside of school.
Yeah.
The paperwork.
What are professional development hours?
Floor noise, please report to the loading dock.
It's training.
Oh, just like extra schoolwork or kind of
How to do this. How to do
Yeah. And does do you have any say in the coursework?
Floor noise, please report to the loading dock.
Do you have any say in the coursework or the planning or the?
You get to choose most of it.
So the district doesn't actually set out the exact set in stone coursework.
Sometimes there are things that you have to go to.
Yeah, but you have a lot of play with the coursework.
Yeah.
All right. Do you take any of your work home?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of grading, papers.
Most of the time it's grading.
Yeah. Is there any kind of paperwork that the school gives you that you have to take home and fill out on a weekly or monthly basis?
Especially if you're a PLA school, there's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Paperwork you have to do, and it's getting more and more paperwork driven.
Yeah. What are the salary ranges for different levels in these fields, from like starting out to as you progress through the years?
They go by ranks. There's a rank 1, which is your master's, I believe, or no. Rank 1's a bachelor's. Rank 2 is master's. Rank 3 are a certain number of hours over a master, and 2 all the way up to doctorate.
Yeah. Is there a point where the raises in the field stop?
No, you get a raise every year.
Every year.
And it's set.
And so my next question is how are raises earned? So is it a yearly raise?
It's just a yearly raise.
And does it come with an evaluation that you have to complete?
No, not yet.
And is there any opportunities for advancement coming from a teacher who sometimes work their ways up into administration?
You can go administration. There's all kinds of
it's
openings.
just personal choice.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you like best about the job?
Seeing kids grow up.
Yeah.
Like I had this one kid as a freshman named Jake. Jake Douglas, this very unkempt, sloppy, lazy kind of kid. And then by senior year, he's very well kept and neat. Shows up to class on time most of the time, does his work, excels. It's pretty impressive.
That's good. I'm glad. What don't you like about the job?
The politics.
The politics?
The exterior forces, the peripherals are just a pain.
Do you consider teaching an underrated job or an underappreciated job?
It's underappreciated.
Yeah.
And I've worked a lot of different jobs, and it's the most difficult one I've ever had.
And there's a lot of talk about how people talk about the teacher's pay. Do you think the pay is where it should be for a high school teacher, or do you think that y'all actually do deserve more?
Oh, naturally, I'm going to say more.
Yeah, naturally you're going to say more, but do you think, in a practical standpoint, that you are getting paid?
If you're smart with it, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
You shouldn't expect $100,000 a year doing this.
Yeah.
It's just not feasible.
All right, well, I thank you for your time.